So just before we get into the video, usual parish notices. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe icon. If you want to be notified when I publish new material to the channel, hit the bell icon. If you want to support the production of videos and the channel in general, please head over to Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/TheMusicTechGuyUK and give us a donation. All donations will be used for the running of the channel and for the buying of old equipment, etc., that needs to be restored and brought back to life. Welcome to the first part of the SY85 restoration video. It's not going to be a massive restoration, to be honest, but it does need some work doing to it. So this is the brand new, I say brand new, second-hand SY85 that has arrived. We might be on lockdown in the UK, but the postal service is working brilliantly in terms of I agreed to take this from somebody and it actually literally turned up the next day. So that is incredible service from the postal service, but it has a number of things that are wrong with it. And to assess what's wrong with it, I need to get inside it. The first thing I know is wrong is that's the power switch for it, which obviously is not in the back of the unit, because normally you'd press that and it would go in and out. That's the power switch. So the SY77 is currently permanently in a state of onness as soon as you plug it into the wall socket. So that needs to be repaired. That's the first thing that needs to be repaired. The second thing that needs to be repaired, I've noticed, is when you put it into disc mode. I'm going to press that again. I'm not sure whether that comes across on the video, but effectively when you put it into disc mode, you can hear something whir up, but nothing is spinning. So I suspect either the disc drive is knackered, or the belt on the disc drive is not working. So either way, whichever way it's going to work out, to be honest, something's got to be repaired there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to pieces. I'm going to assess what needs to be done. Then go and order what needs to be done, and then we'll put it all in. Easy. So I thought what I'd do is I'd just show you the issue. This, I think, is the factory set, given the fact it says factory set on the actual disc. And when that is inserted in there, and then you go utility and disc, as you can hear, it's making a horrible noise like the motor is spinning up, but it's not connected to anything, which suggests that it's the drive band that is an issue. But given that that doesn't work, when you try to load, it just gives you the error message, disk not ready. So let's have a go of taking it apart and find out what's wrong. So you'll forgive me, this is actually the first time I've tried a dual camera setup. So this is either going to go spectacularly well or it's going to go spectacularly wrong. But in order to get into the SY77, what we need to do is we need to switch it off and turn it over. So I shall switch it off like so, and then I'm going to turn the keyboard over, and I'm also going to turn the keyboard around. There you go. The keyboard is turned over and round. Now, in order to get into this thing, there's a lot of screws to come out. So first things first is find some screwdrivers. And what it says is effectively there are, if I read my notes correctly, and this is from the service manual which I've got on my computer, it says there are big screws and little screws. And you take out the big screws first, which are down the side here. With that screwdriver, try this one. And according to the manual, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it says there are 11. Great. The next thing we have to do is remove the smaller screws. And there are 25 of those. That was all the screws out. All 36 of them. So now we should just be able to remove the back. Let's recenter that a bit. There you go. So, according to the manual, the disk drive is secured with that screw and that screw. And once I undo those, the disk drive should come out. So, let's go with that. Right. I have just dropped a screw. I'll come back to that in a minute. It's just gone in here. But let's get the disk drive out. There is our disk drive. Now, according to the manual, another 4 screws, and this comes out. Okay, different screwdriver. So as we can see, if we look in here, that's the drive band from the motor, and that to me looks incredibly loose, very, very loose. And that looks to be the problem, that this band has basically had it. So there you go, I think that's the root of our problem. All I need to do now is work out which disk drive this is. And it says a Matsushita Electronics, so I should be able to go and find a band for that. So while I'm in the unit and doing repairs, I won't be doing it today, but I will be doing it. I'll be replacing this, which is the battery, and also over here where the power switch is, which is down in here, I'll be replacing that with a brand new power switch, which should allow me. In fact, actually, it looks like somebody's already been in here because this is all extremely loose. And there is the offending power switch. I don't know whether it's coming up on camera. Need to have a look at that. So, we've diagnosed the disk drive. We know where the battery is, and there are some procedures for changing the battery on this particular board. We know how to get into the power supply. So, next thing to do is go and order some parts.